Hello, good afternoon Tribuners. Welcome back with me Kusnul Ashaifa in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is Indramayu resident suspend of standing package explodes in the police demo today. The police finally returned the man with the initial S, who was a suspect of sending the explosives package at the Sukoharjo Police Demontori in Central Java. The head of public relations of the West Java Police Commissioner Police is Ibrahim Tompo. He said that from the result of the examination, S had admitted that they had sent fire package to the Klaten area of Central Java in the March 2021. This was finally granted by the member to assist the correct delivery to expiation in the central, but not from the last night examination. He was still in the witness, which has been written again. It is from the word, and his party also entered this from beginning as was explained by the police. His status was only a witness in investigative capacity. It was investigated last night, so it is not fingerprint, it's really his capacity as a witness. Previously, a resident of Indramayu with the initial S was detained by the Indramayu police. It is suspected to be sender of the package that exploded Sukoharjo as was Sunday, September. After checking and confirming, it's true that the brother S has sent Ibrahim Tompo with contact on the Sunday. The next news is police relief reason for the truck driver with driving abuse report. The truck driver Ahmad Misbin finally withdrew with a report on the case of the abuse granted by the deputy chairman of the depot, Representative Tanjung Tabri. Record from the report from the two agree to make peace in the case. This complainant withdrew because in the statement letter there is a complainable statement from the both parties did not prologue to the problem and witnessed the report. Yoga explained that the reason for Misbah to the withdraw the report met last Friday, and according to him, the victim also did not want to prologue with the problem. Even Misbah will also apologize with the resident of Krukuk Limo Depok for the admit that the action before the persecution took place were wrong. There is a complaint that also feels responsible with the he did. Does not with the prologue with the problem. He also wants to create an activity doesn't have to procession copy with the problem related to the examination. And then, the report body is peaceful and reprogate. Furthermore, you can continue touching as the report body will also responsible from the restoring the coordination of the Misbah. Both party and sense peaceful the risk between the deputy chairman of the depot, Tajuddin Tabri, and the truck driver, namely Ahmad Misbah, ended peacefully. It is a no. The two the Depok Metropolis Monday undertook a court meditation related to case, and then their side agreed to meet for their own mediation. Their Saturday and Sunday there was a agreement, and they report in days Monday. The next news is Mahfud asked the Supreme Court judges who dragged by the corruption Oregon commission by the street sentence. Coordinating Ministry for the Political, Legal and Security Affairs Mahfud MD, he said that there could be for the one just went to court in the recent operation. There is supreme the judges with such influence. It's a mistake to be made investigation and sentence must be severed. According to the Mahfud MD, the punishment was severe because they were suspected to be a fortress of the justice. Therefore, we are now just including cover-up with the case. And for information, the corruption candidate on the ETT Jakarta Semarang on Wednesday, 21 September 2022 night, and success in the capturing 10 people who were later namely suspended. 5 of them employees of the Supreme Court and Chief Justice Sudrajat Dimyati. Sudrajat is now being detained by the after being named suspended in the alleged bribery case in the management of the case. Not only was detained by the Sudrajat Dimyati was triply dismissed by the Supreme Court, Mahfud's statement in the past is statement of the Director of the Central for the Constitutional Study Faculty of Law and Dallas University, Ferry Amsari, who considered the phenomena of the judicial mafia has become open secret. Ferry said that even investigation into judicial mafia was right now furthermore impossible. The risk would be more frightening. The more frightening facts, according to him, the case comes in the judiciary, generally as Sudrajat Dimyati to be tried badly, and meanwhile, former staff justice from the Constitutional Chamber Al-Sidi said that the Supreme Court Justice Sudrajat Dimyati was accompanied by the Corruption Coordination Commission. It is to be suspended to be illegal Brady case management relief and legal post management of the Supreme Court. The next news is, Papua leaders now turn around asking the Lake NMB to surrender. Although the support from the traditional leader to the governor Lukas NMB is very high, it is number of regional leadership in Papua are just the opposite. A number of religion figures in the Papua support the Corruption Eradication Commission from the move against Papua Governor Lukas NMB was banned and suspended by the Anti-Racism Agency. This was confirmed by the Director and the Hidayah Islamic Boarding School Firdaus Koya Jayapura. It is Ustadz Ismail also the government of the Papua would follow legal process carried out by the KPs again. He also asked the Luka NMB to immediately surrender and be held accountable from his action. Before the law, Ismail also the terrorist charge to the Central Mountains Muslim Communication Forum suggested that the government Lukas NMB and the gentleman follow the legal process carried out by the KPK and immediately be suspend investigation. Those political complaints orderly government service from the Papua province run well savagely. It is possible and realizes improvement the welfare of the Papua people from the whole walks of life. Ismail also died that any Papua official in the proven to be corrupt, especially a suspect has been named. This must still be processed by the law. Moreover, also Papuans have only heard of the hundreds of billions, even trillions of money distributed by the central government, but there was never been a change in the welfare and underprivileged. It is people during 20 years of the actus and has been running so far. He also criticized demonstration and defeat government Lukas NMB after being officially double suspended by the illegal gratification case. Meanwhile, relevant Yanis Yuenda, General Secretary of Indonesian Christian Court, All Indonesia Bible Council said that was KP was a doing examination and mistake of regional head, including Papua Governor Lukas NMB. The next news is launching of the national movement for the food inflation control in Tarakan. Government of the North Kalimantan, Zainal Arifin Paliwang, it was announced with the launching of the national movement for the food inflation control in the Taman Bekampung International by the Bank Indonesia Representative Office, Kaltra Province on the Sunday. Previously sent the morning at a joint exercise was held followed by the signet. It is of a joint commitment in the making sentence food and data information, as well as committed to be trained between regional with the province of the Tarakaltra represented by the each representative. Furthermore, said the government of the Kaltra, based on the monitoring market prices, there are still some passport the commodity that is have increased by the 8% and 26% from the regional price. The next news is the best 750-gallon trucks on the Soekarno-Hatta route. A truck loaded with hundreds of the gallon overturned on the Soekarno-Hatta route, Karimasab District, Mamuju District, Mamuju Regency, West Sulawesi on the Monday. This car overturned when it was about in the park in the Wadah Mamuju drinking water depot at around 8 a.m. As a result, many as Swedish cable and the bottle of the drinking water spread into the route according in tribunsulbar.com. Observation, the truck made of the was badly damaged and almost a kilogram gallons and scattered into the road. However, when about to front depot despite discussing the overturned, indeed this difficult enter the depot is alert especially low house try in the car and overturned, said Sabran when meet in Tribun. Moreover, he said the weight in car was very about 80 tons, so it could be forced to be entered from the depot. Sabran revealed that the car come from Makassar to the Mamuju driver the gallon to be sold. He admitted as a result an incident losses up to millions of rupiah from the 1,000 gallons that broke. Aris don't know an excess figure to clear lost millions of rupiah. Currently, workers are standing whole gallons into the depot from the store and safekeeping. The next news is Bogor office until Bojong Koneng resident fall sick. The erratic weather might repress a number of us member the stating around location unforgettable NFL. In this location, the risk factor is not from the ground shift location. Namely at the football field di Kampung Curug Bojong Koneng Village, Babakan Matang District Bogor Regency, one member of the Bogor Regency, Asmat, said that many members were sick during disaster management here. There's also ocular ordinary stomach pain, dizziness, fever, and blood pressure. In fact, in this series weather cut too many fell ill was enough to file the rescue worker. But residents who filed the also affect in addition with the heavy rain and felt preview, it is camp the flooded and ground turned into the mud. Feeling comfortable with the gas inundation, according to the him, many villagers have moved to the homes in the shifting ground to suspend the night. Every time it is rain, it's like right to rain here at night. It's like until the flood like this. In fact, after rain review came in the flood Kampung Curut in the battlefield. Initially, temperatures badly fell to evacuation area, and meanwhile, one of the breakthrough from the Curut village, Erna said the many residents who had fled also the sick. It is then whether it is some sick, it is normal, it's like fiber change, it thinks he's alive. Well, I think those all the news for today with me, Kusnul Aisheva. Don't forget to follow us at the Tribun Lampung News video, Tribun Lampung Facebook, Tribun Lampung Instagram, and Tribun Lampung TikTok for the more information. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.